Okay, so this is going to be an interesting live stream that I'm going to do where I talk about GitHub itself, essentially the entire ecosystem of GitHub. And one of the fun things about it is that it's not just one thing like how to use source code. It's not just how to use code spaces. It's not just how to use Copilot. It's the whole thing. And I think a good way to do this is to just keep going through features of GitHub and like playing around with them. And really, a good place to start would be to just for me to share my screen and just walk through some of the things that you can do with GitHub. And it's really an impressive ecosystem. So let's go through here and present the screen here. Here we go. And so I'm gonna look inside of here. Do I have an Assimilate GitHub? Assimilate GitHub. Yeah, I do. So what did I do last time? So this would be again, the idea here is for you to learn GitHub. And initially, I think one of the things to consider is to understand what is a dev container, what is GitHub workflow, and then what is a template. These are some of the key concepts. So to start with, one of the things that I would recommend you do when you use GitHub is to look at settings here and to take a look at some of the things that you can do. So one of the things you can do is you can create a template repository. Now, the idea here is that if you create a template, it makes it so much easier to build new projects because you can just import from that template. So what I mean by that is if we go back here real quick, and let's say I wanted to create go here and I wanted to create a new repository. One of the things that I can do is I can say, look, I want to use an existing template. So see this repository template? And the idea here is that, look, there's all these different kinds of templates. And if I said Rust new project template, it would put all the things that I needed inside of my project. So this is, even if you're not going to be doing tons and tons of open source development, if you're building tons of projects yourself, it's nice to just have a template available that has everything you want in it, like a make file, maybe some configuration data, like your container, etc. This is the idea, right, for a template. The other thing that you probably want to take a look at as well is that this code space environment here. So one of the things that is really nice is you can set up a pre-build. And so what this means is that you can look at a branch, and every time you make a change, like a push, a configuration change, etc., you go through and you schedule stuff. It will build out exactly what it is that you need by, creating these different configurations. So this is a huge way, basically a huge win, in fact, for you to build out different changes in your ecosystem. So that's really the idea here is that you go through set up pre-build and you create stuff. Now the other thing that you can do as well is that you can, once you've set up this pre-build container, is you can also use the dev containers. And so that's one of the great things about dev containers is that it allows you to configure a Docker file, allows you to configure a JSON file. All of these things are really important so that you don't have to reproduce things in the future. Another thing that's really cool is that you can actually go here and select inside of code. You can say, hey, I want to create a new container and I want to pick some kind of options. Now, if we look at some of the things you can do, we can see like 2-core, 4-core, 8-core, 16-core, 6-core, like all these different really cool kinds of options. And so this allows you to work on GPU projects, work on CPU projects. We're going to go ahead and save this one, right? 16 core machine. Let's go ahead and create this workspace. And so you'll see when it first does, if you haven't already set up a dev container, is it will go through and it will initially start to build this whole thing out. And so the idea here, when you're doing this, is that it's going to look inside of that Docker file, and it's going to do everything inside of what this Docker file says. So in this case, I'm actually using Rust as the mechanism to build things. And what's cool about this Rust system here is that it's going to do all the things that I care about, and I'm also can install maybe extra packages or anything else that I need to be concerned about. And once I also look inside this dev container file, I can also set up configurations. So I can say, for example, I want to put this Rust language analyzer, which is super helpful for Rust. I want to put on, GitHub Copilot nightly so I can get the latest cool things that are happening. And then I want to do, pilot labs, right? So I want to use some cool features of Copilot. And then if I wanted to do a post command, I could do a post command right there. So that's really the main kind of thing that you can do when you use dev container. So if you're just getting started, and in fact, I'm just going to put this, we'll call this day one, right? We'll put in day one. What do we really care about um, using GitHub? What are some of the things that are really important to be aware of? So I think one of the bigger ones that people are not aware of is how to actually start to use Copilot to build out code. And so what I would recommend is we can actually start a first project here and get a feel for it. So if I say cargo new and we say hello, go ahead and build this out. And if I cd into hello, one of the things that we can do here is that I can look at this main file and see everything that's going on in this particular project. And I can copy the make file, for example, above here, so that I can basically say make format, and I can say make lint. Those are steps that I would recommend people do when they're first using Copilot. But if you want to make it smarter and we want to say run, we just say cargo run, you can see it's going to compile it, it's going to build hello world. This is the magic of Copilot, is that you do this, you put in a prompt. So the first thing that you put in as a comment will guide what it is that you want to do. So we can say, for example, let's a hello world program in Rust that prints hello world in 10 languages, in the 10 most popular languages, the 10 most popular languages. Okay? And so we can start to use it to prompt things. So we can basically, say create a global variable that holds global variable that contains all 10 language greetings. What's it going to do? There we go. So it's going to say static languages, and we can see here, hello world, hola mundo, bonjour, etc. And now all we need to do is again, like put that inside of our code. So now notice how smart it is here, is that it actually will start, once you start to get it seeded, it will know, more and more what to do. And so we can basically put another function that says, why don't we build a function that prints the language greeting randomly. So and we would say now we can guide it as well. So we can say fn random greeting, like this. So it's up to you to decide, how to prompt what it is that you're building inside. Now notice this. Look, it's going to say failed to resolve use of undeclared crate or module rand. So how do we fix this? Well, it's easy to fix, actually, even though they said no quick fix. Is I just go here, and the tooling inside of Visual Studio Code is amazing. I just say this. I just say rand. Look how it goes through and it checks it, and we know everything is good to go. So once I've got that set up, if I just go through and do this same pattern, which is prompt, then format. So to make your comment, format your code, lint your code, which runs Clippy, passes, you're in good shape. Now it's going to complain that there's not a main file or main function, which all Rust programs need a main, but this is going to be easy to fix. There we go. So we have some other problems too, but let random rand, and then we can just say, put it inside of there. Now one of the things that is saying is it says consider adding a main, which we did. No method named genRange, method not found. And so what we can do here, is we can actually clean this up a little bit, and we can say we can import this. So that was able to import it, and then you can say generator. Let's clean this up a little. Let's say use randomly select language from the array. There we go. And then we can print the randomly selected language. Now we can do the same thing. We can say make format, make int. And now it's easy. We just say cargo run. Pilot, and there we go, hello world. And if we run it again, right, we can see. Now, what's cool about this is that this really shows the power of using the Copilot tool to help you to learn a language, right? Is that you can use whatever knowledge you have from another language and actually be empowered to build applications. So we got this one working. This is pretty easy, right? So let's check this in. Let's say get status, and we'll go up a directory. We'll say get status, get add, hello. Let's double check inside of my get ignore that I ignore target. That looks good. Okay, good. So let's say get status again. We want to get rid of target. Kind of annoying. Well, we can do get. Here's how we can fix it. Pretty easy. Copy that, and I'm going to say get set. That's just hard. There we go. And that should have. And if I say get status, there we go. There's nothing. And if I go to the get ignore, we want to say actually target is the problem. Anything called target. And now say go back to the hello file here. There is nothing actually. So what we want to do is we could even delete this hello. So we'll go ahead and rebuild this whole thing. So we'll say rm. Sometimes you do have to be careful about not making a mistake. We can just do history like this. And we can just say cargo new hello. So you can just do this. You can say, you can rerun your history, which is kind of cool. And if I go to hello, I can just go to that file, paste this in like that, go back to cargo, and then paste in the rand, and then I could as well cp the make file back here, make file to hello, cd into hello, and we just say make run. And this should just get everything working. There we go. See, it works again. So now I can check it in. Say get status. and we'll add the get ignore. If we add the hello, won't check in the binaries now because I got get add hello. It will adding hello. You do have to be careful with Rust. You don't check in binaries, which is annoying. Other than that, it's not too bad. So let's make another project, and we can again use Copilot to build stuff very quickly. So let's go ahead and build a new one. We'll say cargo new, and we'll call this one. Let's try to do something with like Wikipedia, wiki fun. That. And so cd into wiki fun, cp the make file above here. So what can we do for Wikipedia? I think there is a Wikipedia library. And so how would you know this? Well, you just go to crates here and you just find like libraries inside Wikipedia, access articles from Wikipedia. Perfect. Let's just copy this and let's go back to this repo. And we just go to the cargo file here, cargo.2ml, just put it in. And once you understand this pattern, it's pretty trivial. Now you just need to start building stuff out. So again, we just go through here. We say like a demo program that prints random Wikipedia title or title and summary. And so we can just build it all together. So we can say use random. So yeah, we would need random, I suppose. Yeah, let's try to do that. And we'll say random. There you go. And we can say create a function that prints a random Wikipedia article title. So how does this work? It says let random wiki titles. Let random. No, we need to say, we need to look how this works. So extern crate. Let's do that. Prints. Let's make a function that prints an article about a topic. Okay, so let's make it more generic first. So so we'll say pub, and we'll say fn summary, and it should accept the topic. We can say topic, and we can even say like, yeah, something like that. There we go. Let's go back here. So print a function that returns the summary of the topic passed in to the function. Right? So it is critical to just keep going, keep trying to build something. Here we go. So get summary topic. There we go. String Wikipedia new topic. And so now we could actually create some topics, and we could say like create a global variable that contains 5 topics. Okay, we'll do that. That looks good. And then we can just say basically build a function that prints the topic and some summary randomly. And so we can just do that random topic, and then we'll just put it all together with the main. So let's see if this works. So we'll just say make format first. Does it format? Make lint. Does it lint? Now I don't know if this will work because I don't know if those pages exist, but we're about to find out. But this is the general idea of how you could use Copilot to really, really quickly build stuff in Rust. And we can say function or associated item not found on Wikipedia page new. So Wikipedia. So let's do that. Let's take these two here. So you can't, it's not perfect though. Like that's the thing about you have to really watch what's going on. So we're going to say let wiki, or say page from title, and we're going to say topic. That's let's see here, from topic wrap. How about that? It's about from title. Let's format it. Make formats. Make lints. Let's see here. Count value summary. So that's line 15. So let's see what they're. Oh, well, because we don't need that. And let's just do that. But content. And then content summary, or get content. Let's. I think the problem is the name was tripping it up. So we'll say get content. And then what is the thing say? It says content. Yeah, let's just print the whole thing. I don't know if it has a summary, but maybe. And what happens now? So trying to use conversion expected. So we can say let topic equal topic to string. That does that work? Better. Make format. There we go. Get summary not found. So line 26. Main line 26. Prints. Get content. It was off actually. Yep. So let's do format lint, and then unnecessary let. So yeah, we don't need that. We can just get rid of this. We can just return the last thing here. Okay. Now we overwrite and remove the semicolon to return this value. So it really is the compilers is just, or the linter is just ridiculous. There we go. So we can be quite assured that this will be a robust program once it goes through that whole process. And again, the combination of using Copilot alongside of a really, really powerful, compiled language, modern compiled language like Rust. There we go. Check that out. Not bad. Right. So we have something working, right? We can see that it's calling Wikipedia. So again, I was able to build something just super quick by iteratively programming alongside Copilot, but with using that trick of get the prompt right, get the format right, get the lint right, and then you can build things super, super fast with Rust. And we'll go ahead and add WikiFun. I think this is a good taste of how you could, as a Python programmer, just convert up to a more powerful language like Rust. All right. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.